last day of this week, you all know, the 2014 Football World Cup kicks off. The group stage match between host Brazil and Croatia. And in this run-up of these games, even those who are not interested in football will have seen pictures of the news about the gorgeous beaches and hotels of Rio. On one hand, juxtaposed with the city's notorious slums, the favelas. What a contrast. Wonderful beaches, everything gorgeous. And then side by side, the favelas, really. And within the arms of Christ, of course, wanting to hold them together. You know, that big statue. I just want to hope that will be the citizens of the world. All of our citizens of the world wanting to hold everybody together. Not just the rich, but actually everybody being there together. Arms outstretched. That's what, for me, fairness is all about. Again, those wonderful images of the haves and have-nots, of the injustice and unfairness which many suffer, when others actually thrive. You know, York has been voted the most and best and beautiful place to live in Britain. And you're lucky to just be visiting us. If you don't feel it, well, go and see the city. And by the way, I'm wearing this because that's to do with the Tour de France, in case you have not realized that. And it begins in Yorkshire. Not everybody in York, not everybody in the towns, cities, villages, countryside, is living in what I call absolute percent fairness. And this is also true across prosperous Europe and the Union, really, for whom the picture is very different, with many of the neighbors experiencing poverty, poor education, unemployment, high crime levels, isolation, and indeed, of course, loneliness, which is one of the greatest difficulty in our cities. Nevertheless, what do you do with unfairness? You've heard from the chief executive cast in England, the Fairness Commission set up again to address what we could do to make life better and fair for all the people of the communities, for all of us. And in order to address the fairness, injustice, and income inequality suffered by so many, it was and is vital actually to ensure that all our citizens are a part of that process. So I see four main areas of injustice and inequality in our society which we need to tackle, and I do this because these were tackled in the Fairness Commission in York. First was health inequality. Now, within almost all British cities, there are differences in the expectancy between the richest and poorest neighbors of anywhere from 5 to 12 years. This is perhaps the biggest human rights abuse in the rich developing societies. Again, our national level of unemployment among young people aged 16 to 24 years old stands at around still 20%, just over 1 million young people. And it is in the most deprived areas that the majority of these young unemployed people actually are to be found. Income inequality. Larger income differences seem to make societies more antisocial. By increasing social status differences and social distances, greater inequality increases all the problems associated actually with social status. Drugs, violence, poor educational performance, teenage births. Friends, income inequality is really one of those giants that must be slain. Putting in religious terms, is a demon that must be cast out. What we must ask is, do we want to live in a society where inequality and suffering is ingrained? That's the question. Or do we rather send out the message that everyone is valued and has an important part to play? Friends, it is our choice. I would rather live in a society where equality and fairness is ingrained, and that the word income differentials really ceases to matter. It is our choice, and all of us can make it happen.